How about IndiGo? So this year we turn 20 years young. Last year we welcomed, and that is the calendar year. There's always a bit of confusion between calendar year and fiscal year. So CY here stands for calendar year 25. On the 31st of December, we closed the year with 124 million customers. That compares to 113 million the year prior. So we jumped from 113 million in the calendar year 24 to 124 million in the calendar year 25. A very significant number, bringing us to the number 7 or number 8 on the global level in terms of size of operation. 2,200 daily flights, a total of 141 destinations, a fleet of 440 aircraft, and last year we crossed the threshold of being a $10 billion revenue company. So those are some of the numbers. This picture always, I think, makes at least me incredibly proud. In 2015, IndiGo was flying to only 21 cities in the nation. Today we're flying to 96 cities in India itself. That means that 90% of the Indian population lives within 100 kilometers of an IndiGo-served airport. That in itself, as a way to serve the nation, I would say is an incredible number. 90% of Indian population within 100 kilometers of an IndiGo-served airport. And you just see the map of the country, where it's all connecting to, and you know, there's some obvious places, but also some places which really did not have any air connectivity prior, which are having air connectivity today. I last year went from Durgapur to Deoghar. Both of them were kind of unserved. IndiGo started operations. You see the effect on the local economy and basically see it growing. And more recently, Purnia, Rewa, all new cities which are now connected in the wonderful network IndiGo is serving throughout the nation. Increasingly, it's international. In 2015, we just had 5 destinations. Today, we serve 45 destinations. And what perhaps is even more impressive is the number of routes being added to it. So cities like Singapore used to be connected to only 1 city in India by us, and then 2. Today it's from 8 or 9 Indian cities connected to Singapore. Places like Abu Dhabi, today we fly from a whole host of different cities. And clearly, increasingly, we start to expand our horizon outside the traditional scope of the Middle East and moving into Europe, Southeast Asia. Africa was launched 2 years back, and Indonesia is there as well. So you see gradually the network of IndiGo is kind of expanding. So within the region, we basically add more routes, not per se new destinations. Outside the region, it's mostly new destinations, which again, the picture does not look yet as it does here on the domestic side, but obviously the domestic side is the very foundation of what we're building, and on that very foundation we start to build our international travel. And clearly that means that and I was just mentioning some of these smaller cities, if you need to go from Deoghar to Manchester, you fly Deoghar to Delhi and connect onwards to Manchester. I think that's the vision we're having, whereby from all the larger cities in India you can fly non-stop to a lot of European cities, and pretty much from every city in India you should be able, with a one-stop connection, connect on IndiGo and fly to all these points in Europe, US, Southeast Asia. And clearly the opportunity for Africa is enormous as well. And we're just, I would say, just at the start of the further expansion. So this picture a few years ago still looked with much lesser lines than it has today. We've solidified that, and we start now to move on the international side.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.